It is the 3rd of May 2022, and got a bit of stuff hanging out there. I have written a reply to the Blue Badge and concessionary travel people, appealing and saying that I want a review because I was refused a Blue Badge. And I just wanted to share with everybody what my response is, because you may find it useful. If I'm successful, fingers crossed, can't even cross my fingers, look. If I'm successful, then you hopefully may be able to use some of the ideas that I've included in my letter. So here goes. Dear Gordon Smith, thank you for your letter dated 13th of April. I'm writing to you because I disagree with your decision not to award me with a Blue Badge, and I request that this decision is reviewed. Your letter states, the condition which you suffer from is widespread and can be intermittent, and currently is not recognised as a disabling condition which would qualify for a Blue Badge. I can understand why someone who knows very little about fibromyalgia could have come to this decision, but please consider that this is a condition that even medical professionals know little about. Your statement, quoted above, includes phrases such as those highlighted in yellow, which only vaguely describe the condition. This statement lacks sufficient clarity about the condition to justify your decision. Your letter also states that my condition can be intermittent. Yeah, you're right. It can be intermittent. However, for many sufferers, including myself, the symptoms can also be permanent. Furthermore, your letter states that applicants must wait 6 months to reapply for a Blue Badge if their condition worsens. Hang on a second, while I just tell my body to stop right there and wait 6 months before getting worse. Since my first application, my condition has characteristically continued to worsen, leaving me with constant, consistent pain despite taking a load of medication. Waiting 6 months has no relevance at all about how quickly or severely somebody's difficulty worsens. My symptoms began in July 2021 with a limp and moderate pain around the legs and groin. Gradually, the symptoms worsened and became increasingly painful, making it hard for me to walk without crutches. It took over 3 months and frequent GP visits to get a referral to orthopaedics, who assessed me and referred me for an MRI scan on my lumbar area. The scan showed inflammation, and blood tests also indicated raised inflammation levels, typical of fibromyalgia. Google it. Following this, I was referred to rheumatology. All the while, my condition worsened. On February the 3rd, my rheumatologist diagnosed me with fibromyalgia and referred me for a further MRI scan on my entire spine, which took place at XXXXX Hospital on Sunday the 13th of February. Now, 3 months on, Dr. Buchanan has not been in contact with me at all. I've tried to make contact myself on the phone to chase results, but sadly the receptionists have been less than helpful, telling me that no news is good news. if you haven't heard by now, then it's nothing to worry about. I've also made 4 visits to the GP since my scan, and I've not been given results. Meanwhile, I'm unable to walk at all, not even 1 step, without the aid of crutches. And even so, walking is painful and I have to make frequent stops. My first application for a blue badge included a letter from my rheumatologist. Unfortunately for me, he failed to provide clear evidence about my ability to walk. However, he does make reference to my difficulty mobilising. Since medical professionals have failed to communicate the information needed about my MRI results and overall condition, I'm unable, due to no fault of my own, to provide literal evidence to support my claim. I am 40 years old. I have 2 young children. I've worked my whole life since the age of 14. And then as a teacher from the age of 22. I've had to give up a professional job that I loved, and I've had to make a PIP application. I currently receive ESA and universal credits. Due to being unable to work since December 2021, sick notes were provided in my previous letter. I've now just had to send a DWP form asking for assessment so that I can be officially signed off work. My husband works full-time, and currently we have not received the financial or medical help that we deserve and are genuinely entitled to. We also have debts, and life is very stressful. I cannot do simple chores around the house, and my children and husband put the washing in and take it out of the washing machine and hang it to dry. My husband also does all the cooking and washing up, and I've included all this in my PIP as well. The dismissive tone in your letter has left me baffled and upset. It's as if you just looked up the word fibromyalgia in the dictionary and said, oh yeah, that'll do. We'll write that down as a reason why she shouldn't get a blue badge. Currently, I need to use parent-child parking spaces even when my children are not in the car. Why? Because the only way I can get in and out of the car is to open the door fully, then slide myself in and out slowly. People stare at me while I wince and curse in pain. Unable to lift my legs up at all when getting in the car, I have to use my hands to pull and push my legs in. And one more point. If the Department for Transport has introduced stricter eligibility requirements, why is it that I'm frequently seeing people casually walk to and from their car in disabled spaces without any problem whatsoever? Their fat, sweaty bodies donning ketchup and grease-stained t-shirts, making sure everyone notices their fancy walking stick and loving the fact they have a blue badge. Go to Tesco Extra in Andover and just watch. Never in my life did I ever imagine that I would be in this sorry situation. I don't want a blue badge, I need one. Regards, Hayley.